Security, get this homeless girl away from my building entrance immediately.
Please, sir, I'm not causing trouble. I just need somewhere warm to sit for a moment.
This is a prestigious financial district, not a shelter. You're driving away my clients with your appearance.
I understand. I'll leave right away.
Wait, here's $1. Go buy yourself something to eat and stay away from here.
Thank you, sir. Your kindness will not be forgotten.
Yeah, whatever. Just go. Boss, that was harsh even for you. I didn't build Nexus Corporation to coddle every vagrant in the city. We have board meetings starting in 10 minutes.
The shareholders are already questioning your leadership after last quarter's losses.
Those losses were temporary setbacks. Today's presentation will turn everything around. If you say so, but the numbers don't lie.
That man, there's something dark surrounding him. Something that wants to destroy what he's built. Talking to yourself again? People will think you're crazier than they already do. You wouldn't understand. I see things others can't. Like what? Your magical powers telling you the future? Sometimes the energy around people shows me what's coming. That businessman, he's in danger. From what? His own arrogance? No, from someone close to him. Someone he trusts. The presentation went well, but I'm concerned about the Henderson account.
Henderson Industries has been our biggest client for 5 years. What could possibly go wrong?
Their CEO seemed different today. Almost hostile.
Maybe he's finally realized he can negotiate better terms elsewhere. Henderson would never betray us. We built this company together.
Business relationships change, especially when money is involved.
Set up a meeting with Henderson for tomorrow morning. I'll handle this personally.
The darkness is growing stronger around that building. Something terrible will happen soon. You've been saying that for hours. Maybe focus on finding actual food instead of predicting doom. This isn't a joke. I can feel the betrayal like a physical weight. Even if you're right, what can you do about it? You're just a street girl with delusions. I may be homeless, but I'm not powerless. When people suffer, sometimes I can help. How exactly do you plan to help a rich CEO who threw money at you to go away? I don't know yet, but the universe has a way of putting me where I'm needed.
The documents are ready. Tomorrow morning, Nexus Corporation will be finished.
You're absolutely certain this will work?
Aaron trusts me completely. He has no idea I've been feeding information to his competitors for months.
What about the Henderson contract?
Henderson will announce they're switching to Morrison Financial first thing tomorrow. That alone will tank Nexus stock by 30%.
And the SEC investigation?
All the evidence points to Aaron's supposed embezzlement. He'll be arrested before lunch.
Perfect. Once he's gone, the board will need new leadership.
And you'll be ready to step in as interim CEO.
This feels almost too easy.
Aaron's biggest weakness is his loyalty. He never suspects the people closest to him. I can't sleep. Something feels wrong about tomorrow's meeting. Pre-meeting jitters? That's not like you. Henderson's been acting strange, and Beverly seems almost excited about something. Maybe you're overthinking this. The quarterly reports look solid. Do they? Or am I missing something obvious? You've always been paranoid about betrayal. Remember when you thought your assistant was stealing? She was stealing $2,000 from petty cash. One incident doesn't mean everyone's out to get you. Doesn't it? In this business, loyalty is just another commodity.
The energy is screaming now. Whatever's going to happen is happening tomorrow. You're scaring me with all this mystical talk. I need to get closer to that building. There might be something I can do. Like what? Walk in and warn him that his aura looks bad? I've learned not to question these feelings. They've saved lives before. When have you ever saved anyone's life? Remember the apartment fire on 5th Street? I warned everyone to evacuate 30 minutes before the gas line exploded. That was just good timing. And the car accident at the intersection? I pulled that woman back from the crosswalk just before the drunk driver ran the red light. Coincidences happen. This isn't coincidence. This is what I'm meant to do.
Everything is in place. The morning news will report Henderson's departure, followed by the SEC raid.
What about the employees? Won't they be suspicious?
They'll be too busy looking for new jobs to ask questions.
And the evidence against Aaron?
Forged transactions, falsified records, and a convenient paper trail leading directly to his personal accounts.
You've thought of everything.
Almost. There's one loose and we need to address.
What loose end?
Trevor. He's loyal to Aaron and might investigate too deeply.
What do you suggest?
Make sure he's implicated too. Birds of a feather and all that. I've been going through the accounts all night. Something's not adding up. What do you mean? These transactions. I don't remember authorizing them. Which transactions? Large transfers to offshore accounts. They have your signature, but the dates don't match your travel schedule. Let me see those. This one's from last Tuesday. You were in Chicago for the Morrison meeting. I never signed this. Someone's been forging my signature. Who would have access to these accounts? Only 3 people. You, me, and Harold from accounting. Harold's been here for 8 years. Why would he suddenly turn against you? I don't know, but we need to get to the bottom of this before the Henderson meeting.
I can feel the betrayal reaching its peak. It's happening now. It's 4 in the morning. Nothing's happening except your imagination working overtime. Time doesn't matter to energy. Past, present, and future blur together when emotions are this intense. You're starting to sound like those fortune tellers on the boardwalk. This is different. The man who gave me the dollar, his entire life is about to collapse. Maybe he deserves it. Rich people usually do. Nobody deserves to be destroyed by people they trust. How do you even know he's being betrayed? I can see the threads of deception wrapped around him like chains. Someone very close is pulling them tight.
Phase 1 complete. Henderson just sent the termination notice.
Excellent. What about the SEC?
They'll arrive at 9 sharp with warrants for Aaron's arrest.
And the media?
Financial News Network will break the story at 9:15. By 10 o'clock, Nexus stock will be worthless.
What about Aaron's personal assets?
Frozen pending investigation. He'll lose everything.
Perfect. By noon, I'll be addressing the board as the new CEO.
There's just one problem.
What problem?
Trevor's been digging through the accounts. He might discover our alterations.
Handle it.
Henderson's assistant just called. The meeting's been moved up to 8:30. That's in 20 minutes. Why the sudden change? She wouldn't say. Just that Henderson had urgent business to discuss. This feels like a setup. For what? I don't know, but my gut says we should postpone. We can't postpone. Henderson represents 40% of our revenue. Maybe that's exactly why this feels wrong. You're being paranoid. Better paranoid than bankrupt.
It's starting. The darkness is moving like a living thing. You're giving me chills with this supernatural stuff. I have to do something. But what can someone like me do against forces like these? Maybe mind your own business for once. This is my business. When I see suffering coming, I can't just ignore it. You barely have enough money for food. How are you going to save some rich CEO? Sometimes the smallest actions create the biggest changes. Like what? Your dollar bill is going to magically multiply? That dollar, it connected us somehow. I can still feel his energy. Now you're talking about energy connections? What's next, telepathy? Mock me all you want, but I'm going to that building.
This conversation is over, Aaron. Henderson Industries is terminating all contracts with Nexus effective immediately. But we've had a partnership for 5 years. What's changed? What's changed is your company's integrity, or lack thereof. What are you talking about? The offshore accounts, the embezzlement, the falsified reports. Did you think nobody would notice? Embezzlement? There's been some mistake. The only mistake was trusting Nexus Corporation with our business. Who told you about offshore accounts? Someone with intimate knowledge of your operations. Someone who cares more about justice than loyalty. This is insane. Aaron's never embezzled anything. The evidence says otherwise. What evidence? Bank records, forged signatures, secret transactions. Everything's documented.
Perhaps it's time to accept responsibility for your actions.
Beverly, you know these accusations are false.
Do I? I've noticed irregularities for months.
You're in on this.
I'm simply protecting the company from criminal leadership.
The SEC agents are in the lobby. They have arrest warrants. Harold, tell them this is all a misunderstanding. I'm afraid I can't do that. The evidence is quite clear. You two, after 8 years? Nothing personal, just business. This is a coordinated attack. Someone planned this.
The board meeting is in 10 minutes. We need new leadership immediately.
You orchestrated this entire thing.
I simply provided the board with factual information about your criminal activities.
Aaron Mitchell, you're under arrest for embezzlement, fraud, and money laundering. This is all fabricated. Check the dates on those transactions. You have the right to remain silent. Trevor, call my lawyer immediately. On it. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
The energy spike is massive. Something terrible just happened. How can you possibly know that? I can feel his despair like a physical weight crushing my chest. Whose despair? The businessman from yesterday. His world just collapsed. Maybe he got what he deserved. Nobody deserves to be betrayed by everyone they trust. What can you do about it anyway? I still have that dollar he gave me. So? It's not about the money. It's about the connection. You're scaring me with this mystical talk. Sometimes objects hold energy. That dollar absorbed his essence when he touched it.
This is Janet Wong reporting from Nexus Corporation, where CEO Aaron Mitchell was arrested this morning on charges of embezzlement. Sources close to the company indicate that millions of dollars were illegally transferred to offshore accounts over the past 6 months. The company's stock has plummeted 60% since news of the scandal broke. Interim CEO Beverly Walsh will address shareholders this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen of the board, today marks a new beginning for Nexus Corporation.
What assurances can you give us that this scandal won't destroy the company?
Under new leadership, we'll implement strict oversight procedures to prevent future fraud.
What about our clients? Henderson already terminated their contract.
We'll rebuild our reputation through transparency and ethical business practices.
How do we know you weren't involved in the embezzlement?
I was the whistleblower who exposed the fraud. My integrity is unquestionable.
The transition is proceeding smoothly. All evidence of our involvement has been eliminated.
Excellent. What about Trevor?
He's been suspended pending investigation. We'll implicate him in the scheme if necessary.
Perfect. By next week, Nexus will be completely under our control.
There's just one small problem.
What now?
Someone's been asking questions about the timing of our evidence discovery.
Who?
A forensic accountant hired by Aaron's lawyer.
Can we discredit him?
We're working on it.
The pain is overwhelming. He's completely broken. You're talking about that CEO again, aren't you? His energy feels like shattered glass. Sharp, jagged, cutting everything it touches. How do you even know he's in pain? You haven't seen him since yesterday. Energy transcends physical distance. Strong emotions create ripples that sensitive people can feel. Assuming you're right, what can you possibly do to help?
I don't know yet.
But this dollar, it's warm. It's paper money. It doesn't generate heat. It's warm because it's connected to him. And through that connection, maybe I can help. This is crazy talk. Crazy or not, I have to try.
The forensic accountant found something interesting. What did he discover? The forged signatures all have the same flaw, a microscopic tremor in the ink, suggesting they were all created by the same person. Someone with access to Aaron's signature, but not his actual signing habits. Who had that kind of access? 3 people. Me, Harold from accounting, and Beverly. What about motive? Beverly's always wanted to be CEO, and Harold, he's been acting strange lately. Acting strange how? Asking unusual questions about company procedures, staying late without authorization. We need concrete evidence of their involvement. I might have something. Harold's computer access logs show he was working during hours he claimed to be sick.
The connection is getting stronger. I can almost see what happened to him.
What are you talking about now?
Images are forming in my mind. Betrayal, arrest, public humiliation. You're having visions? This is getting ridiculous. People he trusted destroyed him for money and power. How could you possibly know that? The dollar is showing me fragments of his experience. The pain of betrayal leaves deep energy imprints. Objects don't store memories. Everything is connected by invisible threads of energy. Strong emotions can imprint on physical objects. Even if that's true, what can you do with this information? Sometimes knowing the truth is the first step to revealing it.
The forensic accountant is getting too close. We need to eliminate the evidence.
What kind of evidence?
Computer logs, signature analysis, timeline discrepancies.
Can you delete the files?
Some of them. But the signature analysis is with an independent expert.
Then we need to discredit the expert.
How do you suggest we do that?
Everyone has secrets. Find his and exploit them.
What if we can't find any dirt on him?
Then create some. Anonymous tips about professional misconduct usually work.
This is getting complicated.
The rewards are worth the risk. Once Nexus is fully ours, we'll be worth millions. The truth is buried, but not destroyed. I can feel it pulsing like a heartbeat. Feel what exactly? Evidence. Proof of innocence hidden beneath layers of deception. Where's this evidence supposed to be? In a place the betrayers think is safe, but truth has a way of surfacing. You're starting to sound like a fortune cookie. Mock me all you want, but innocent people don't deserve to suffer for others' greed. What are you planning to do? I'm going to that building again. There's something I need to find. Security will just throw you out again. Maybe, but sometimes the universe opens doors that seem permanently closed. The universe doesn't care about homeless girls and corrupt businessmen. The universe cares about justice, and justice requires truth.
I've been thinking about Harold's behavior patterns. What about them? He always stays late on Fridays, claims he's catching up on paperwork. But you suspect otherwise? Friday nights, the building's almost empty. Perfect time for unauthorized activities. Like altering financial records? Exactly. And there's something else. What else? Harold has access to the backup servers. If he wanted to plant evidence, that's where he'd do it. We need to check those servers. There's a problem. They're in a secure room that requires executive access. Can you get us in? Not legally. My access was revoked when Aaron was arrested. Then we need another way. Another quiet night. Nothing ever happens in this place after hours.
Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for someone.
Building's closed, miss. You need to leave.
I know this sounds strange, but I need to help someone inside.
Help someone? It's midnight. Nobody's here except me.
There's evidence of innocence hidden in this building. Someone's life depends on finding it.
Lady, you're talking nonsense. Move along before I call the police.
Please just give me 5 minutes. I can prove what I'm saying is true.
Prove it how?
Your wife's name is Dorothy, you have 3 grandchildren, and you're worried about your son's drinking problem.
How could you possibly know that?
I see things others can't, and right now, I see truth buried beneath lies.
This is too weird for me.
5 minutes. That's all I need.
The weekend shift guard is easily manageable. We can finish erasing the evidence tonight.
What about the backup servers?
I'll delete everything and blame it on a system malfunction.
And the signature analysis?
I've arranged for the experts lab to suffer a convenient break-in.
You think of everything.
By Monday morning, there won't be a shred of evidence linking us to the frame-up.
What about Trevor? He's still asking questions.
Leave him to me. I've prepared some compromising evidence for his computer.
Child pornography?
Nothing that crude. just some suspicious financial transactions that implicate him in the embezzlement.
Perfect. Once he's arrested, nobody will believe his theories about our involvement. The energy is chaotic on the 7th floor. That's where the lies are stored.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but something about you feels familiar.
Truth recognizes truth. Your heart knows I'm here for justice.
5 minutes. That's it.
Thank you. Your kindness will be remembered.
Elevators to your right, but I'm coming with you.
The room we need is protected by electronic locks.
How do you know that?
I can feel the barriers around the truth, like walls made of deception.
Electronic locks need key cards.
Or they need someone who understands their energy patterns.
What are you, some kind of hacker?
I'm someone who speaks the language of electronic systems.
The deletion process will take about an hour. Nobody will interrupt us at this hour.
Are you certain we can't be traced?
I've routed everything through proxy servers. Even if they investigate, the trail leads nowhere.
What about security cameras?
Disabled. I told security it was routine maintenance.
And the guard?
He's watching television in the lobby. Old-timers never patrol properly.
Once this is finished, Aaron will have no defense against the charges.
By the time his trial begins, Nexus Corporation will be ancient history.
What do you mean?
After we've stripped all the valuable assets, we'll declare bankruptcy and start fresh with a new company.
Brilliant. The employees will lose everything while we profit. The lock is responding to my touch. These systems understand intention.
That's impossible. Those locks require magnetic key cards.
Sometimes intention is stronger than technology.
How are you doing that?
Electronic systems have their own kind of consciousness. When you approach them with pure purpose, they cooperate.
This is the strangest night of my career.
Strange things happen when justice is at stake.
What exactly are we looking for?
Files that prove someone's innocence. Computer records that show the real criminals.
You mean the CEO who was arrested?
He was framed by people he trusted. The truth is hidden in these machines.
How do you know he's innocent?
Because guilt and innocence have different energy signatures. His feels like wounded loyalty.
40% complete. The evidence is disappearing perfectly.
What about the original documents? The ones with real signatures?
Shredded weeks ago. Only the forgeries remain.
And Aaron's personal files?
Wiped clean. His computer shows a history of accessing offshore accounts.
What if someone finds the deletion logs?
Already thought of that. I programmed the system to crash and corrupt the logs after we leave.
You really are thorough.
20 years in corporate espionage teaches you to cover every angle.
Corporate espionage? You never mentioned that background.
There's a lot about my past you don't know, but that's what makes me valuable.
What other secrets are you hiding?
Nothing that affects our arrangement.
This computer holds the key. I can feel the deception radiating from its memory.
Do you know how to use these things?
Machines respond to the same energy as people. You just have to listen to what they're trying to say.
What's it telling you?
That someone's been forcing it to lie. but the truth is still buried in its memory.
Can you find it?
Yes, but not alone. The dollar. I need to use the dollar.
What dollar?
The one that connects me to the innocent man. It holds his energy signature.
You're going to use a dollar bill on a computer?
The paper absorbed his essence. When I place it on the machine, it should reveal his true interactions.
This is beyond strange.
Truth often seems impossible until it manifests.
70% complete. Almost finished destroying the evidence.
I hear something. Footsteps upstairs.
Impossible. Building security confirmed everyone left hours ago.
Check the monitors.
Cameras show the 7th floor is empty.
Then what was that noise?
Probably just the building settling. These old structures make all kinds of sounds.
I don't like this. Maybe we should finish tomorrow night.
We're too close to stop now. 85% complete.
What if someone discovers us?
Who's going to discover us? The building's deserted.
The security guard might make rounds.
He's 70 years old and hasn't left the lobby in 3 years.
Still feels wrong.
Criminal enterprises always feel wrong until they succeed.
The machine is responding. It's showing me hidden files.
What kind of hidden files?
Records of the real transactions. Proof of who actually moved the money.
Can you print them?
Yes, but we need to hurry. I can sense the criminals are nearby.
Criminals? In this building?
The ones who framed the innocent man. They're here trying to destroy the evidence.
Should I call the police?
Not yet. We need proof first. Without evidence, they'll just deny everything.
How much more time do you need?
The computer is fighting to reveal the truth.
Just a few more minutes.
I'll watch the door.
Be careful. These people will do anything to protect their secret.
What's secret?
They stole millions and framed an innocent man. Murder wouldn't be beyond them.
90% complete. Just a few more minutes.
I definitely hear movement upstairs. Someone's in the building.
Check your paranoia. We're almost finished.
What if it's Trevor? He might have figured out what we're doing.
Trevor's access was revoked. He can't get into the building.
What if he convinced someone to let him in?
Like who? The security guard barely speaks English.
Something feels wrong. My instincts are screaming danger.
Your instincts are screaming guilt. Ignore them.
Maybe we should investigate the noise.
And leave the deletion process unfinished? Absolutely not.
How long until completion?
3 minutes. Then we'll be untouchable.
I hope you're right.
Trust me, after tonight, Aaron will rot in prison while we live like royalty.
The files are printing. Hundreds of pages of evidence.
Evidence of what exactly?
Forged signatures, falsified timestamps, planted evidence. Everything needed to prove the frame-up.
This is incredible, but who's going to believe us?
Truth doesn't need believers. It needs witnesses.
What do you mean?
We're going to confront the criminals directly. Force them to confess.
That sounds dangerous.
Sometimes justice requires courage.
I'm just a security guard. I'm not equipped for confrontations with criminals.
You're equipped with integrity. That's more powerful than any weapon.
How do you know they won't just deny everything?
Because guilty people panic when confronted with truth. Their fear exposes them.
What if they get violent?
Then we'll have even more evidence of their guilt.
Deletion complete. Every trace of evidence has been eliminated.
Finally, now we can relax.
Not quite. We still need to plant the evidence on Trevor's computer.
That can wait until Monday.
No, it has to be tonight. His suspicious behavior might lead to weekend investigations.
Fine.
But let's make it quick.
The files are already prepared. Just need to upload them to his workstation.
What exactly are you planting?
Bank records showing he received payments from Henderson Industries for inside information.
That's brilliant. It makes him look like the mastermind.
By Tuesday, Trevor will be in jail and Aaron's defense will collapse completely.
What about his lawyer? Won't he investigate?
Lawyers investigate facts. Without evidence, he'll advise Aaron to plead guilty.
Perfect.
They're on this floor. I can feel their guilt like a physical presence.
How can you tell?
Deception has a distinctive energy signature. Heavy, dark, oppressive.
Where exactly are they?
End of the hall. The accounting department.
What's our plan?
We confront them with the evidence and record their reactions.
Record them how?
Your security radio has recording capabilities, doesn't it?
Yes, but using it without authorization could cost me my job.
Saving an innocent man from prison is worth the risk.
You really believe he's innocent?
I know he is. The same way I know you're a good man despite your doubts.
What doubts?
About your purpose, your value, your impact on the world.
How could you possibly know that?
Because everyone carries those doubts. But tonight, you have a chance to make a real difference.
Upload complete. Trevor's computer now shows clear evidence of embezzlement conspiracy.
What happens when investigators find it?
They'll assume he panicked after Aaron's arrest and tried to cover his tracks.
And the timeline?
Shows he's been secretly communicating with Henderson Industries for months.
This is almost too perfect.
The best frame-ups are built on plausible scenarios.
What about Aaron? Will he suspect Trevor's involvement?
He'll be too devastated by the betrayal to think clearly.
Betrayal destroys people faster than any external enemy.
Which is why it's such an effective weapon.
I almost feel sorry for them.
Sympathy is a luxury we can't afford.
You're right. Business requires ruthless decisions. I can hear their voices. They're celebrating someone's suffering.
Are you sure we should do this?
Justice doesn't wait for perfect circumstances.
What if they have weapons?
Their greatest weapon is secrecy. Once that's gone, they're powerless.
How do you want to handle this?
Walk in confidently. Truth gives us authority they can't challenge.
What do I say?
Nothing at first. Let me do the talking.
What if they refuse to cooperate?
They will cooperate. Guilty people always reveal themselves when cornered.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I know that innocent people deserve justice.
All right, let's do this.
Remember, we're not asking for their confession. We're demanding it. Did you hear that? Footsteps in the hallway.
You're being paranoid again.
No, someone's definitely coming this way.
Probably just the security guard making rounds.
At 1 in the morning, he never leaves the lobby.
Then maybe it's cleaning staff.
Cleaning staff works during the day.
Stop panicking. Nobody knows we're here.
What if someone saw us enter the building?
Impossible. We use the service entrance.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Your bad feelings are just guilt manifesting as paranoia.
Maybe we should leave.
We just finished framing Trevor. Running now would look suspicious.
Harold Phillips and Beverly Walsh, you're going to prison for fraud and conspiracy.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
Security.
There's an intruder in the building.
I am security, lady, and you're the intruders. This is ridiculous. We work here.
You work here, but you're not supposed to be here at 1 in the morning destroying evidence. What evidence? We're just catching up on paperwork. Paperwork that involves framing innocent people and stealing millions of dollars.
You're insane. We haven't stolen anything.
Really? Then explain these bank records showing your offshore accounts. Those records are confidential. How did you get them? The same way I got proof of your forged signatures and planted evidence.
This is impossible. We deleted everything.
You deleted the current files, but computers keep backup copies of everything. Backup copies can be deleted too. Not when someone with the right skills protects them first.
These papers show everything. Forged documents, fake bank transfers, planted evidence. Those papers are fabricated. Anyone can print fake documents.
Then explain why your fingerprints are on Aaron's signature stamp. Fingerprints? What fingerprints? The ones forensic experts will find when they examine the stamp you used to forge his signature.
We never touched any signature stamp.
Then why is it in your desk drawer? Our desk drawer? That's impossible. Check for yourself. 3rd drawer down, hidden under financial reports.
How could you possibly know what's in my desk?
Because guilty people always keep trophies of their crimes. This is a setup. Someone planted that stamp. Who would plant evidence against you? Who else knew about your conspiracy?
Nobody knew because there was no conspiracy.
Then explain the recorded conversation between you two planning Aaron's destruction. Recorded conversation? When were we recorded?
About 5 minutes ago. My radio's been recording everything. You can't record people without their consent.
Actually, security guards can record anything that happens in the building during their shifts. This is entrapment. No, this is justice.
What do you want? Money? We can make this worth your while.
I want Aaron's name cleared and you both in prison where you belong. You're just a homeless girl. Nobody will believe anything you say. They'll believe the evidence, and they'll believe him.
27 years of honest work. I'm not about to start ignoring criminals now. We could triple your salary. Full benefits, retirement package, everything. Keep your dirty money. Some things can't be bought.
What about you? Everyone has a price. My price is justice for innocent people.
Justice doesn't pay the bills.
Neither does crime, apparently. You're about to lose everything. We haven't lost anything yet. It's your word against ours. Plus recorded confessions, physical evidence, and documented proof of your conspiracy.
Even if some of that's true, we have lawyers.
Lawyers can't defend against overwhelming evidence. What overwhelming evidence? Bank records showing your real accounts, signature analysis proving the forgeries, computer logs documenting your illegal activities.
Computer logs can be falsified.
Not when they're backed up on secure servers you don't control. What's secure servers? The ones that automatically copy sensitive transactions to prevent exactly this kind of fraud.
That's impossible. I control all the backup systems.
You control the local backups. Federal banking regulations require additional security measures. Federal regulations? When companies handle international wire transfers, everything gets monitored by federal agencies.
Nobody told us about federal monitoring.
Criminals rarely research the legal consequences of their actions.
Should I call the police now?
Not yet. Let them confess everything first. We're not confessing anything. You already did. Your recorded conversation contains detailed admissions of guilt.
Those recordings won't hold up in court.
Combined with physical evidence and witness testimony, they'll be devastating. What witness testimony? Trevor's testimony about your suspicious behavior. Aaron's testimony about your access to his accounts.
Aaron's testimony is worthless. He's a suspected criminal.
Not anymore. This evidence proves his innocence completely. Even if Aaron's cleared, that doesn't prove we're guilty. Actually, it does. When innocent people are framed, someone has to be doing the framing.
Could be anyone with access to the building.
Could be.
But fingerprints don't lie. What fingerprints? The ones on the forged documents, the signature stamp, and Aaron's personal files.
We wore gloves.
Not always. And gloves leave their own kind of evidence. What kind of evidence? Latex residue, fabric fibers, skin cells.
How do you know so much about forensic evidence?
I know what I need to know to help innocent people. Nobody's going to believe a homeless girl solved a complex financial fraud. They'll believe the evidence speaks for itself.
Evidence doesn't lie. People do. What if we agree to clear Aaron's name?
In exchange for what?
Reduced charges. Community service instead of prison time.
You stole millions and destroyed a man's life. Prison is exactly where you belong. What about the money? We can return everything. Returning stolen money doesn't erase the crime.
We could testify against bigger criminals.
What bigger criminals?
Henderson Industries. They knew about the frame-up.
They paid us to destroy Nexus Corporation. Now we're getting somewhere. Tell me everything.
Henderson wanted Nexus eliminated because they were bidding on the same government contracts.
They offered us $5 million to frame Aaron and bankrupt the company. How long has this conspiracy been active?
6 months. They've been planning this since Nexus won the Morrison account.
That account was worth $50 million over 3 years. So you destroyed an innocent man for money.
Business is war. Casualties are inevitable.
Innocent people aren't casualties. They're victims of your greed. Everyone's greedy.
We just acted on it.
Acting on greed by destroying others makes you criminals.
What happens now?
Now you're going to write full confessions detailing everything. What if we refuse?
Then the police get called immediately and you face additional charges for obstruction. What additional charges?
Conspiracy, racketeering, wire fraud, money laundering. How many years are we looking at? 20 to 30, depending on cooperation.
What if we cooperate fully?
Maybe 15 to 20. That's still most of our lives. Should have thought about that before framing innocent people.
We need guarantees about reduced sentences.
The only guarantee is that cooperation looks better than obstruction.
Start writing. We don't have all night.
What exactly do you want us to confess? Everything. The conspiracy, the forgeries, the frame-up, Henderson's involvement.
What about our personal safety? Henderson has dangerous connections.
Federal witness protection exists for people who testify against organized crime. You think Henderson Industries is organized crime? Corporate fraud conspiracies often involve organized criminal elements.
We never thought about the criminal implications.
Ignorance of consequences doesn't excuse criminal behavior. How do we know you won't just turn us in anyway? Because I care about justice, not revenge.
Justice means everyone gets what they deserve. What do we deserve?
Prison time proportional to your crimes and cooperation level. And if we refuse to cooperate? Maximum sentences and no protection from Henderson's retaliation.
That's not much of a choice.
Criminals rarely get good choices. That's why crime doesn't pay. Fine. We'll write the confessions.
But we want written guarantees about witness protection.
Federal authorities handle witness protection, not homeless girls and security guards.
But we can recommend cooperation when we turn over the evidence.
How do we know this evidence will actually help Aaron? Because truth always helps innocent people.
What about us? What happens after we confess?
You face the legal consequences of your actions. Will you testify on our behalf if we cooperate fully? I'll testify about your cooperation. The judge decides if that matters.
That's not very reassuring.
Criminal conspiracies aren't supposed to be reassuring.
Less talking, more writing.
This confession could destroy our careers forever. Your careers were built on fraud. They deserve to be destroyed.
What about our families?
What about Aaron's family? Did you consider them when you destroyed his life? We never meant for it to go this far. Criminal conspiracies always go further than intended.
We just wanted more money.
And now you'll have plenty of time to regret that want.
Confessions finished?
Almost. Just need to sign and date them. Make sure every detail is included. Missing information makes confessions worthless.
What happens to these confessions?
They go to Aaron's lawyer first, then to federal prosecutors. When will Aaron be released? As soon as prosecutors review the evidence.
Could be tomorrow?
Could be.
Justice moves faster when the evidence is overwhelming. What about the media? This will be front-page news.
Good.
Public exposure prevents similar conspiracies.
Time to call the police. Wait, what about Henderson Industries? Shouldn't they be arrested too?
Federal investigators will handle Henderson based on your testimony. What if they deny everything? Your confessions provide probable cause for search warrants.
Search warrants for what?
Financial records, communications, evidence of the broader conspiracy. This is going to destroy so many lives. Crime destroys lives. Justice restores them.
Police are on their way. How long do we have?
10 minutes, maybe 15. What should we do with that time? Make peace with your decisions.
Any advice for facing what's coming?
Truth makes everything easier, even prison. Will you visit us in prison? If you genuinely want to make amends for your crimes.
Sirens approaching. This is really happening.
Justice always happens eventually. What about Aaron? Will he forgive us? Forgiveness isn't guaranteed, but redemption is possible.
How do we redeem ourselves?
Start by accepting full responsibility without excuses. And then, spend your lives helping others instead of helping yourselves.
Police are in the lobby.
Remember, cooperation and honesty are your only advantages now.
Thank you for giving us the chance to do the right thing.
Even though it's too late to avoid consequences. It's never too late to choose justice over deception.
I'm Detective Rodriguez. We received reports of criminal activity in this building. These two confessed to embezzlement, fraud, and conspiracy. And you are?
Someone who helped uncover the truth.
We'll need detailed statements from everyone. We're prepared to cooperate fully with the investigation.
We have written confessions detailing our crimes.
That's unusual. Most criminals try to avoid confessing.
These criminals realized that truth is more powerful than lies.
What evidence supports these confessions? Computer records, forged documents, recorded conversations, physical evidence. This looks comprehensive. How did you gather all this?
Truth has a way of revealing itself when people care enough to look.
I'll need to verify everything before making arrests. The evidence is legitimate. We're guilty of everything described in those confessions.
We also implicate Henderson Industries in the broader conspiracy.
Henderson Industries? The government contractor?
They paid these two to frame Aaron Mitchell and destroy Nexus Corporation.
That's a serious accusation. It's true. We have documentation of their payments and instructions.
They wanted Nexus eliminated to win government contracts worth hundreds of millions.
I'll need to contact federal authorities about interstate conspiracy charges.
Aaron Mitchell should be released immediately.
If this evidence proves his innocence, absolutely. How long will the investigation take? With confessions and supporting evidence? Days, not weeks. What happens to us now? Arrest, booking, arraignment, and trial.
Will our cooperation affect sentencing?
That's up to prosecutors and judges.
But cooperation always looks better than obstruction.
True. Voluntary confessions carry weight in sentencing hearings. What about witness protection? If Henderson Industries poses a legitimate threat, federal marshals handle protection. We're concerned about retaliation.
Henderson has connections to dangerous people.
Federal prosecutors take witness safety seriously.
Justice protects those who choose truth over lies.
I'll arrange for immediate processing. This case is heading to federal court. I can't believe this is happening. Yesterday, I was facing life in prison. The evidence is overwhelming. All charges against you are being dropped. What about my company? Nexus Corporation's assets will be unfrozen. You can resume operations immediately. And the board? Several board members are demanding Beverly's immediate resignation. What about Henderson Industries? Federal investigators are executing search warrants as we speak. How did all this come to light? A homeless woman and a security guard uncovered the conspiracy. A homeless woman? Someone you gave money to outside your building. The girl I gave $1 to? She somehow figured out you were being framed. How is that possible? Nobody knows. She claims she felt your innocence through some kind of energy connection. That sounds impossible. Impossible or not, she saved your life. The media is calling it the most unusual criminal investigation in corporate history. What's unusual about it? A homeless girl with no education solved a complex financial fraud that stumped federal investigators. Where is she now? Nobody knows. She disappeared after giving her statement to police. I need to find her. Why? To thank her. She gave me back my life. How do you thank someone for something like that? I don't know, but I have to try. There's something else you should know. What else? Henderson Industries was planning to destroy other companies the same way. Other companies? Morrison Financial, Apex Securities, Global Investments. How many companies were they targeting? At least 6. Nexus was just the beginning. So stopping Beverly and Harold prevented other innocent people from suffering. Exactly. This homeless woman didn't just save you. She saved dozens of innocent people. I have to find her.
The energy is peaceful now. Justice has been restored. You've been gone for 3 days. Where were you? Helping someone who needed it. The businessman who gave you the $1? His name is Aaron, and he's free now. Free from what? Prison, disgrace, false accusations. How do you know? Because I helped expose the people who framed him. You helped expose criminals?
How?
The dollar showed me the truth. And truth always defeats lies. What truth? That he was innocent. That people he trusted betrayed him for money. And you proved this how? By finding evidence and forcing confessions from the real criminals. This sounds like a fantasy. Justice often seems like fantasy until it manifests. What happens now? Now Aaron rebuilds his life and the criminals face consequences. What about you? I continue helping people who need it.
Excuse me, have you seen a young homeless woman? Brown hair, about 20 years old?
Depends on who's asking.
My name is Erin Mitchell. She helped me recently.
You're the businessman she was talking about.
She talked about me?
She said you were innocent and that she had to help you.
Where is she now?
Probably helping someone else who needs it.
I need to thank her.
Thank her for what?
She saved my life. Literally saved my life.
How?
She proved I was innocent when everyone thought I was guilty.
She has a gift for seeing truth when others see lies.
What's her name?
She calls herself Zoe. Don't know if that's her real name.
Where does she usually stay?
Nowhere permanently. She goes wherever she's needed.
How do I find her?
You don't find her. She finds you when it's time.
Will it be time?
When you need her again. Or when someone else needs her more.
I want to help her.
Help her how?
Money, housing, whatever she needs.
She doesn't want charity. She wants purpose.
What purpose?
Helping innocent people who can't help themselves.
Then I'll help her help others.
How?
I'll find a way.
He's looking for me.
Who's looking for you? Aaron. I can feel his gratitude and determination. Gratitude for what? For giving him his life back. And determination to do what? To help me the way I helped him. Will you let him find you? When the time is right. When will that be? When helping him helps others. You're being cryptic again. Some truths can't be explained directly. What truth? That kindness creates connections that transcend circumstances. You mean the dollar? The dollar was just paper. The connection came from his kindness. Even though he was rude when he gave it to you? Kindness isn't always polite. Sometimes it's just human. And that small act of humanity saved his life. Small acts often have large consequences. What's your next small act? I don't know yet, but someone somewhere needs help.
I want to establish a foundation. What kind of foundation? To help people who help others. Like charity work? Like justice work. Finding truth when it's buried beneath lies. That's an unusual mission. Unusual situations require unusual solutions. What would this foundation do exactly? Investigate wrongful convictions, expose corporate fraud, protect innocent people. That sounds expensive. I have money. What I don't have is the ability to see truth the way she can. You're talking about the homeless woman again. She has a gift. A real gift for uncovering deception. What if she doesn't want to work for a foundation? Then the foundation works for her. What does that mean? It means we provide resources for whatever justice work she's already doing. Anonymous support? Exactly. Help without interference. How do we even contact her? We don't. We just create the foundation and trust that she'll find us when she needs us. That's a lot of faith. She had faith in my innocence when nobody else did.
Something's changing. I can feel new possibilities emerging. What kind of possibilities? Resources for helping people on a larger scale. Resources from where? From someone who understands that justice requires support. You're talking about the businessman again. He's creating something. Something that will help many innocent people. How do you know? Because gratitude motivates action, and his gratitude is deep. What kind of action? The kind that multiplies small kindnesses into large impacts. You really think $1 changed everything? $1 created a connection. That connection exposed truth. Truth brought justice. And justice will bring what? More opportunities to help people who need it. Sounds like you're planning to accept his help. I'm planning to help whoever needs help. Even rich businessmen? Even rich businessmen, especially when they use their resources for justice. What if he disappoints you?
People disappoint sometimes.
But potential never does. What potential? The potential for kindness to create lasting change.
The Mitchell Foundation for Justice is officially established. What's our first case? Whatever case needs us most. How do we determine that? We wait for guidance. Guidance from whom? From someone who sees injustice more clearly than we do. You're still hoping she'll contact us. I'm hoping she'll let us help her help others. What if she never makes contact? Then we find other ways to fight injustice. But you prefer to work with her. She saved my life with nothing but intuition and courage. And you want to provide resources for that intuition and courage. Exactly. It's an unconventional business model. Convention failed me. Unconvention saved me. So we're committed to unconventional justice work. Committed to whatever works. Even if it seems impossible. Especially if it seems impossible.
The foundation is active now. I can feel its energy. How can you feel something like that? Organizations have energy signatures just like people do. What does this foundation's energy feel like? Like genuine desire to help. Like resources waiting for the right purpose. Are you going to contact them? Not yet, but soon. What are you waiting for? The right case. Something that requires both intuition and resources. What kind of case? The kind where innocent people suffer while powerful people profit. There are thousands of cases like that. Yes, but only one will call to me strongly enough. Call to you how? Through energy, through connection, through necessity. And when that happens, then Aaron and I will work together to bring justice. Partners in crime fighting? Partners in truth revealing. Sounds like the beginning of something bigger than both of you. The best partnerships always are.
Something's happening. I can feel it. Feel what? Change coming. Purpose clarifying. That's pretty vague. Not vague, just not fully formed yet. What do you think it means? That our real work is about to begin. Our real work? The foundation was just preparation. The real work comes when she's ready. Ready for what? To trust that resources can serve justice instead of corrupting it. You really think she'll work with us? I think justice will bring us together when the time is right. And until then, we prepare to be worthy of her trust. By doing what? By proving that money can amplify goodness instead of destroying it. That's a high standard. She set a high standard when she saved my life. True, $1 became $1 million foundation. $1 became justice. The foundation is just the next step.
The energy is aligning.
Soon it will be time.
Time for what? Time to show that kindness creates networks more powerful than any conspiracy. Networks of what? Networks of people who choose truth over profit, justice over convenience. Starting with you and the businessman? Starting with anyone who believes innocence deserves protection.
How many people is that? More than we think.
Less than we need, but enough to begin. Begin what? Begin changing how justice works in this world. That's ambitious for a homeless girl and a businessman. The most important changes always start with unlikely partnerships. What makes this partnership likely to succeed? Shared purpose, complementary strengths, and the memory of how one small kindness changed everything. The dollar again. The dollar will always remind us that everyone deserves a chance at justice, even when they seem powerless to achieve it. Especially then.